welcome to you. My name's Dale and this is Dale's Addiction. I'm so excited to finally share with you all my personal recap of my recent event with Fendi here in Brisbane. I'm going to take you through how it happened, what I bought to wear for the event, what I got from the event, the gifts that I provided to the people that came along, as well as what Fendi generously provided to the guests as well. I'm going to share with you some photos that were taken on the night, and I'm just going to wrap it all together in a bit of story time. So here we go. So let me first start off by saying it was never even a dream, not even a wildest dream, that I would be able to collaborate with a luxury brand and get some people together, drink champagne, eat canapes and shop together. It was never even on my radar, and it came about really organically. And if you've watched my Fendi shopping vlog, you will know this story, but very, very briefly, I was in Fendi with Connor, and that's when Connor bought his beautiful Fendi piece. I'll link the video for that down below. And they said, you know, a lot of people that come in mention that they watch your videos. And I said, oh really? Oh, that's really nice. You should do a meet and greet. And I said, yeah, I've actually been thinking about it. I caught up with some people in Melbourne. And it was really lovely. I don't know, it's just a bit weird being in my hometown. They're like, no, absolutely, you should do a meet and greet and we'll host it. And I was like, what do you mean? Oh, champagne canapes, you know, we'll do it after hours, can have the store to ourselves. I'm like, really? So I went away for a couple of weeks and thought about it. And I text the store manager, Adam, back and forth. It's like, are you for real? And you think a Thursday night? And do we think September? And then we came up with some dates. Anyway, long story short, we agreed on around 25 people we'd be able to fit on a Thursday night, the 29th of September. And it was a private shopping event. So the store would be closed for a private event, and I would take responsibility to invite people to come along. And that's how you would have first heard of the event, in that vlog where I went into Fendi, tried on a bunch of things, and then announced that the event was happening, to DM me on Instagram, and then I would email invitations. So you guys definitely showed me that I would be able to get 25 people along, more than 25 people actually, and that kind of blew my mind, and I was so humbled by that. So everybody who expressed interest was then emailed an invitation for which they needed to RSVP, and all of the tickets sold. In fact, we had to increase the tickets, and we had a couple of late dropouts because of sickness, but other than that, everyone showed up, and some people even brought some extra people along. So it really did feel it felt like a party. It was great. There were no awkward silences, and there was people meeting people everywhere. So I don't even know where to start. Where do I even start with this? I did a get ready with me vlog as well, so if you haven't seen that one, I'll link that above and down in the description box below. But obviously, going to a Fendi event, I want to wear Fendi, and I met up with Meredith, and we made a video on that too, which I'll link below, about 4 to 6 weeks earlier, and she was wearing this amazing Fendi shirt dress, and I'm like, oh, that would be perfect for me. I love the shape of it, I love the wearability of it. So I contacted our client advisor down in Sydney and said, do you think you might be able to get me the measurements for that dress so I can figure out what size I am and if I can get one for the event? and fabulous Lily, she always comes through, and I ended up with my dress a couple of weeks before the event. So here's my first reveal for you, and it comes in this gorgeous Fendi garment bag. I won't babble on about packaging because I know it's a pet peeve for some people. But inside is my dress. Now the dress is a beautiful kind of silk blend. I don't even know what it's made of. Okay, so the dress is 100% silk. It is a beautiful piece of clothing to wear. It was super comfortable. It has a really wide self-tie belt as well, and it's quite long and generous, so you can really play with the proportions of the belt. With the sleeves, I tucked them up inside of themselves instead of cuffing them over, just to give a little bit more of a finished look. But I will show you, the sleeves themselves have a beautiful French cuff finish, so you can actually dress this right up or make it quite casual, and that's what made me want to purchase this. Now this dress was $3,890, so actually pretty affordable for ready to wear, and something that I can easily take care of and style up many ways. The next thing that I had to settle on was what bag I was going to take, and I tried every Fendi bag that I had, and I probably have some proof here of the montage of photos I took and sent to some friends saying, what do you think I should do? And I landed on my gorgeous Violetta small peekaboo ICU because of the symbology of the fact that all of you wonderful people helped me to source this bag through Instagram and YouTube, and it is a real representation of my channel. So I wanted to wear it, I wanted to tie it in with the tobacco colour of the shirt dress, and so I added the Fendace wrappy to the top, and I'd been working on getting this little baby to smile, and it did perfectly. And in fact the photographer, which I will come to in a moment, was asking me to do my bag up for the pictures. I'm like, no, this is how it's supposed to be. So I loved carrying this bag. It was super special. And then for the shoes, and this is why having friends is super important. Originally I had my 8.5 centimeter classic colibri heels, and you know, it looked good, but it was just not me. It was all a little bit matchy, and then my lovely friend Sapna, who should be an inventory manager for my wardrobe, said, don't you have the rainbow colibris from spring summer? I'm like, oh, this would be the perfect debut outing. So these are the shoes that I wore, and yes, they were painful after standing for 6 hours, but 6 hours is painful in a lot of shoes, so I think they did pretty well. They've got this gorgeous golden heel and this beaded detail on the toe, the bright pink sporty kind of heel on the sling back. Just a stunning combination, and it really felt like me. And that leads me to my second unboxing of this video, which comes in this little box. I needed some earrings to finish off my outfit, and if you know me, you know I'm not a huge fan of gold, so a lot of Fendi's fashion jewellery is gold. It was tricky for me to find something that I loved, because I don't like things that look like safety pins and those sorts of things. And then I came across these earrings, and these are the O-Lock earrings. Hopefully you can see those nice and clearly. Fendi Brisbane did help me source these because there were only 2 pairs left in Australia. If I can find them, I will link them in the description box below as well. But it all came together and felt like a really complete Dale look, and I felt $1 million. So as you will be able to see from the photographs that have been streamed, my fabulous friend Connor organised for a professional photographer to come along and capture the evening for the first hour or so that I didn't have to worry about trying to create content, and we could really kind of get the magic of it without, you know, trying too hard. And that was one of the most thoughtful and generous gifts. And I was absolutely touched by it. So thank you so much, Connor. Connor's to thank for a lot of the footage that you'll see in this video. to the event. So many wonderful people that I was able to meet at the event who I'd spoken to many times on Instagram. Some were just new friends, some were friends right from the beginning of my channel, some had actually been connected with me through Fendi Brisbane. Some people that, you know, travelled from interstate, a couple of hours away, that involved booking accommodation for the night, a couple of hours drive home. I was so humbled by that. If you want to see, you know, my speech, it's in Meredith's vlog of the event, which I'll link down in the description box below. To me, that was so humbling, and I know I felt compelled being in Australia when Jacob came to Australia and premiered his documentary with Vivienne Westwood. I felt compelled to go and support a fellow YouTuber, somebody who, you know, had a bit of courage and done something different and put themselves out there. And yeah, I flew and I paid for accommodation, and I don't know Jacob very well, but I just had this sense of wanting to be there, and I felt that same support from the people that came to my event. I think there were 5 or 6 people that were staying in the city. Obviously, they included the beautiful Meredith from Living Lux with Meredith, and she bought me these gorgeous flowers that are here to the right of me and still going strong almost a week later. And that was just a gorgeous surprise, and her card reads, "Congratulations on your first Fendi event." So, you know, I can read what you're putting down there, Meredith. In terms of YouTubers generally, Ada Sully Style, Ada came and supported me, and Ada was one of my first friends here on YouTube. She's just an absolute delight. She's not as active on YouTube now as she used to be, but Ada really has a warmth and beautiful personality about her, and I highly recommend going to check out her channel. Adam from Adam's House of Style. Adam has a new YouTube channel, and he reached out to me before he started. He came along and supported the night. He had a great time. He was rocking his Fur Lepage Caliber 21 bag, and he picked up a little piece from Fendi on the night. I will link the video to his unboxing in the description box below. Lucinda from Yellow Chic Road came along. We are also friends outside of the YouTube community, and she is part of the reason of the influence of a recent purchase I've made, but more on that later. So if you haven't seen Lucinda's channel, she does wonderful unboxings and has a really keen eye for unique pieces, so I will link her channel in the description box below. I think that's all the YouTubers, and then we've got some very avid Instagrammers. Narelle loves handbags. Narelle has a great Fendi collection. I will link her Instagram handle below. And Holly from Holly Grace Fashion Mode. Holly is pretty active in a lot of the forums, and she has beautiful, beautiful style. So I will also link her Instagram handle below as well. Jane Davenport. Jane also came to Melbourne to support Jacob, and Jane travelled up from Byron Bay area, and she has an awesome Instagram account where she sells really unique art products. So if you're into the arts and you like unique products, please go and check out Jane's Instagram. Sophie and Joy travelled from kind of south of the Gold Coast, I believe, and brought me these beautiful cookies that Sophie made, and they had Dale's Addiction written on them, and I'll pop in some pictures here. Karen travelled all the way from Canberra. Just such a lovely soul, stayed for a couple of days, went shopping. Kendrea travelled from Melbourne. Then, speaking of travellers, we had Sarah and Katie, who also came from Sydney on a girls' trip, which was absolutely lovely to meet you two as well. I had a bit of a surprise halfway through the night when a couple of my friends from the Fendi Enablers group, Nadia and Sapna, popped into Fendi just after I finished my speech, about halfway through the event, and surprised me. And I'll insert the video footage here of my reaction that was taken very sneakily by Lucinda, when I saw them, because I've met Nadia twice in person, but we talk all the time. I've not met Sapna at all, and we chat every day about Fendi in our Fendi Enablers group, and I was just gobsmacked that the two of them were able to come from Melbourne and Sydney respectively. You know, there's a lot on in their working lives at the moment, so I am so humbled to have amazing friends and also subscribers and fellow Lux lovers who would give that time and spend those resources to be with me. I'm, yeah, absolutely gobsmacked. And to all the other people that attended that I haven't mentioned by name, I could do a roll call right here and now, but I won't. I just want to say thank you so much for coming. It was really important to me to thank people for coming along. And I wanted something that was both practical and fun. And I had these gorgeous little handbag hooks made. And I gave each of my guests one of these. If you don't know what a handbag hook is, you pop it on a table or a flat surface like that and you hook your handbag onto it. And so in the goodie bags, and Ada did a great story on her Instagram page, Fendi very generously provided everybody with these amazing pop sockets for their phones. So I was lucky enough to get one of those. A couple of Fendi cookies. I didn't get any Fendi cookies, but that's okay. I don't need to eat cookies. A bottle of Moet and Chandon champagne. So just a really generous, great little goodie bag to take away. And it was so much fun walking through the centre of Brisbane after the event had finished and seeing these yellow Fendi bags everywhere. And a good number of people actually came up to a bar afterwards, and we had drinks and snacks and a debrief. And yeah, it didn't finish until about, well, we left about midnight, and to be honest, I didn't want to leave, but I needed to because I knew I had to back it up the next night. So Connor and I were the last ones to jump in a cab and head home. Now, of course, this video wouldn't be complete without thanking the amazing Fendi Brisbane team. Not only did everyone come to work that night, they worked the day before and all that day changing the store around, and the whole store was switched up for this event, and so much extra stock was brought in so that people that lived in Brisbane could see new and unique pieces that we wouldn't normally get to see, and people who loved Fendi could come in and see some unique and different pieces. People new to Fendi could find something that worked for them. It really was a treat, and I didn't get to shop at all because I was so busy talking to everybody. In fact, I still don't think that my voice has properly recovered, but I was just absolutely gobsmacked with the effort. The catering was just seamless. We were drinking Veuve Clicquot all night long. It was absolutely divine, and they were the most wonderful hosts. Everybody that wanted to see things could see things. They were so helpful and so happy. They had a great time, and they were so busy and tired, and they still made it look effortless. So I can't thank Fendi Brisbane enough. And then we had the management team come up from Sydney to support the event. And the feedback that Alex, Jackie and Thomas, thank you all for being there, gave to me was that it was a wonderful event, that, you know, everybody stayed the whole time. Apparently that's unusual, that there was a really lovely vibe. And I think that kind of echoes the sentiments from a lot of the messages that I received from people who came along that said, I've made a whole bunch of new friends that I haven't been able... They've made a whole bunch of new friends, that they've never been in a situation where they've been able to talk so openly and freely about what they love, about luxury fashion. And yeah, that just... If all that came out of that event was people feeling connected, like, that is an absolute win to me. But the event was a success in all measures, in terms of attendance, in terms of the vibe, in terms of the patronage, in terms of the purchases. So amazingly wonderful. And then there were the gifts that I received from Fendi. At the end of the night, I left them with Fendi and I went and picked them back up on the next day. A gorgeous, gorgeous bouquet of beautiful tulips that I've only just had to say goodbye to. Absolutely stunning flowers, and a card. The card that reads, "Dale, we were so pleased to have been able to do this event with you. Thanks for being part of the Fendi family. Love, Team Fendi." And in case I hadn't lost my taste for champagne, a bottle of champagne and this. And this took me quite by surprise. This beautiful little gift from Fendi. Well, it's a big gift in so many ways, and a gift that I will treasure for a very long time. Inside this bag is my very first and very, very special Nano Fendi First in the beautiful raspberry colour from Spring Summer 22. This is just a gorgeous, gorgeous little bag, and I squealed and I nearly cried again. Lucky I had waterproof mascara on. It's a tiny little thing. This is something that is one of those things that is such a great gift to receive, because it's something that I would think twice about buying, but it's just absolutely glorious. It's a beautiful colour. Yeah, it just overwhelmed and gobsmacked that I was given a bag by Fendi, a micro bag from Micro Influencer. So that's my story time. I hope you have enjoyed seeing some glimpses of the night. The footage that I have, I will treasure. I look at it and think, did that really happen? We're about a week after the event right now. I will insert a bit of a montage, and if anybody who was at the event would love a photo from this collection, please send me a DM. I'd love to send you a copy of the photo for your own records as well. Thank you everybody for watching this. It's, as I keep saying, awfully humbling in the very best of ways, and I am going to finish off with a surprise giveaway. I'm going to give away 5 of these little handbag holders to people who are not only subscribed to my channel, have liked this video, but have also written a comment in the comment box. If you'd like an extra opportunity to enter this giveaway for 5 individual giveaways, not 5 for one person, then please find my post on Instagram where I mentioned the giveaway. Like that post, follow me on Instagram, and write a comment that you'd like to enter the giveaway on Instagram. I'll keep the giveaway open for a couple of weeks. I'll put the details in the description box below and on the Instagram post. So many people of you have asked me about these as well. And don't worry, if you don't win the giveaway, I'm actually going to open a little eBay shop for those of you who would like to purchase one of these, because every gal needs a handbag hook. So yeah, if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, or you want to enter the giveaway. I put out videos on Wednesdays and Sundays, sometimes some extra ones. I'd love to see you back here. I promise I'll start talking about other things besides Fendi soon. Or maybe I can't promise that. But ciao for now. Come on, you party animal.